Hello and welcome back to Hannah's Inner Healing channel, the channel dedicated to your inner healing and mental health. My name is Hannah. I'm a master's degree holder and I'm a certified trauma counselor. So today I want to speak about narcissism and the spirit of rejection. The two are connected, and you will see how as I continued with my talk this day. So first of all, for those who don't know what narcissism is, are those people who take pleasure in exploiting people. They have no empathy, and they are broken people who maybe grew up in abusive homes, or the golden child in that home, or they were abused people, but they turned out to be toxic and very abusive and manipulative and domineering. So when children come from abusive homes, from my experience, I went through it, they go through the spirit of rejection. Narcissistic abuse causes you to feel rejected because the Jezebel spirit and the demons in that person makes you feel unwanted. And especially if you're a child who has a calling or is called to be an empath, you'll be rejected in such a setup. So rejection is a spirit that is a demonic spirit. Rejection robs one of the identity. Rejection makes you feel unloved, unwanted. Rejection, when you have the spirit of rejection, you feel deep feelings of being unwanted or unworthy because you were not given. Rejection is also part of a generational curse. When you're rejected, you feel like it's a curse that is transferred from one generation to another, and it comes through trauma, divorce, abuse, sexual abuse, all those. That's how the spirit of rejection enters in. So basically, rejection comes in through trauma, any sort of trauma, and also it comes through when you are people ostracize a person, or people don't accept a person. So what are some of the things that rejection does to a person? So rejection actually makes you feel, like, apart from making you feel unwanted, it makes you feel you have no self-esteem. You go through life without having self-esteem in life. You feel like incapable. You feel unworthy. You feel like you always have to prove yourself in life. You feel like you always your people always you're like the underdog in many situations, even when people are not treating you with rejection, but you will feel rejected. Also, rejection causes you not only to reject yourself, but you also reject others. So you find that when that spirit is in you, you will not have stable friendships. You'll always keep cutting down people because that spirit is destroying and sabotaging even your divine relationship that God has given you. So the spirit of rejection also makes you barren, because if the spirit of rejection disconnects you from the resources God has given you, even people. So what happens is it fosters barren and poverty into your life. The spirit of rejection makes you feel isolated, and therefore you foster feelings of suicidal feelings. You foster feelings of unrest in your life. You have no peace. It causes you to be mentally unrested. So you have no peace. You're always startled. So the spirit of rejection does all those things to a person. The spirit of rejection also causes you to feel alone, unworthy. They work in conjunction with this orphan spirit to make you feel alone, to make you feel like, orphan spirit is not just not having parents. Orphan spirit is feeling alone, feeling dejected, feeling rejected, feeling isolated, an outcast, sort of. And Jesus became an outcast for us so that we don't become an outcast. And the Romans 8:38 says that nothing can separate us from the love of God. The only way how do you cure the spirit of rejection? The only way to cure the spirit of rejection is, number one, to feel the love of God, to know God loves you, to discover who you are. Number two, discover who you are. Number one, feel the love of God. Number two, discover who you are. Number three, tell God to bring for you the right connections, because even if God has separated you, He'll always give you one or two or just several connections that will help you in life. And also tell God that to touch the minds of, because what demons do, they chase away divine helpers. They cause them to have bad thoughts about you. Tell God to give you divine helpers, and for your divine helpers to find favor with you. And number 4, so go for deliverance. Spirit of rejection needs you to be delivered, but cannot first be delivered unless you heal from the inside. Heal the trauma. First of all, heal the trauma, and then go through deliverance sessions so that you can be delivered from this spirit. I'm speaking personally from a personal experience because I went through trauma, narcissistic childhood abuse trauma growing up, and I went through the spirit of rejection for many years, but the Lord delivered me. And I'm here to say that it is possible to be delivered and to live a fruitful life. And then tell God to discover yourself, who you are, and the things that are good about you. Tell God to show you what, because when you're rejected, you feel like everything about you is bad. Tell God to show you what is good about you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.